night we were able to get this board built. Fake built, that is. We went ahead and we swapped the spacebar over to a linear gray, and we've got these switches all lubed up by Gasp, and we are going to put a couple more keycaps on so that we can make sure that as we get this into the case and finish soldering it, that everything is lining up properly. Let's see here. I just want to put a few more of these on so that on the sides of each of these, right, will be good. R2, perfect. There's arrow cluster. And then I need an R3. That's an R1. Don't need another R1 at the moment. So how's everyone doing tonight? You guys all good? Happy Friday, everybody. We're gonna have a fun night tonight. We're gonna have a fun night indeed. So my original game plan, there it is. What's up, Yuri? We back indeed. My original game plan tonight was to just hang out, get the stream in, just relax a little bit, and then I was gonna tune in and listen to the Inebriated boys as they went live for their typical stream tonight. Kind of have like a little bit of a viewing / build party as they're chatting. And I messaged Chad. He's like, hop on, we're going in. So yours truly will be on Inebriated as well tonight. I think it is going to be a fiesta. Chad's running the show, so we'll be having fun tonight. So yeah, perfect Friday night indeed. Keyboard activities on the mix. So yeah, listen to this one, Yuri. Sounds much better. Oh yeah. Yep, much better. All right, let me go ahead and let's go ahead and get rolling here on this, guys. We've got the stabilizers tuned, the switches are all installed. We are ready to go. We've got the iron heated up. Move my mouse out of the way there. And we are ready to begin soldering. I'm gonna open my window tonight. I'm not gonna use my exhaust. Nice breeze coming off the window. We should have enough airflow in here to not get too messed up by some soldering. All right. Perfect. All right, we are ready. Hey, Biothermally, thank you very much for the follow, my friend. Enjoy your stay, buddy. All right. If you guys have any questions about the build process, if you're new to keyboards, by all means, I'd like to do a little bit of question and answer as I'm soldering. You guys have missed out on a little bit of, if you didn't catch the stream last night, a little bit of the back end or the front end work that we do on keyboards, but that's okay. Tonight our build is going to be this Keycult number 2 with Gateron ink switches. You tuned in about a couple days too early for the Corsa build, Tom. But you can hang out until then if you'd like. Yeah, I've actually built a couple boards with Gateron inks, and yeah, quite nice. Dale Snail in chat. I see you, buddy. How you doing, man? Max, I came to ghost you again. Sorry, man. No, don't worry about it, dude. You can add to my viewer count and ghost me anytime you want, Dale. Always good to see you in chat, though, too, my dude. Hope you're well. How's the Philco going? I saw Nick's camo Philco earlier today with his OG tri-clack on it. Looking pretty diabolical. Joking, I remember being super out of touch on a sale or something in the past. Oh, no worries, dude. But I remember that too. It was a certain 910, if I recall correctly. Whatever happened to that guy? Did he hold on to it? Philco is the dream. That's right. Hey, so I was talking to Nick. He was saying that it was seeming very similar to a... almost like it was... what's that treatment where... Oh, I just had it. I just had it and I lost it. Where you... Oh, hydro dipped. It almost seemed like the camo Philco was like a hydro dip consistency. Would you agree with that? I've never seen him in person. But I guess that's the point, right? A camo Philco. I don't think you would see it in person, right? He still has it, bent browns and all. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. Well, I'm glad he's enjoying it. It's a beautiful board, and it's a favored layout of mine, as you can see. So it has like 1 to 2 extra steps for durability. Okay, an industrial hydro dip. Can you explain to me a little bit of the process of what that goes through? That sounds pretty interesting. So what I'm doing here, guys, too, is, hopefully Dale explains that to us, is I'm pushing in all the switches here to make sure that they're all making a good contact against between the plate PCB and everything else here. Hey, Grammy G84. Maybe Grammy? I'm sorry, I'm mispronouncing your name, dude. Thank you very much for the follow, though. I appreciate that. Enjoy your stay. And by all means, feel free to ask any questions, guys. I make this an open forum. If anyone has got any keyboard or life-related questions they want me to answer, I can try and help with the former. I don't know if I'll be much helpful with the latter. So honestly, I'm not sure of the process entirely, but there are some extra steps when drying, as well as a super thin coat on it to reduce chipping, scratching, and wear. Yeah, I would almost be kind of curious if it was like a clear coat or something of that nature at the end of it to make sure that it kind of stays a little bit more durable. You know what, honestly, the only thing I've seen people hydro dip are Yeezys. The shoes. I've only seen people hydro dip those. And more times than not, the shoe ends up looking like some hot garbage afterwards. So in most instances, it's like some fail of some guy ruining like a $300 pair of shoes. Yeah, so I would assume as well that it's coated on top. You can tell when you open the case because the finish on the inside is noticeably different, and there are still some portions of hydro stuff in there. What is the best budget hot swappable keyboard? Budget hot swap is hard to recommend. If you want hot swap and you want a good quality product, you want to look at, and this is not budget, mind you, you want to look at something similar to like an M65 or one of the Wilba PCBs. I've actually heard good things about these new hot swap sockets. Oh, somebody sent them to me. Dale, you might be a step removed, or you might know what I'm talking about. What are those newer hot swap sockets called? I can't remember. I actually heard good things about them. So not the whole tights, and not the what is it? The Gateron. There's the Gateron hot swaps. Is that what it was? There's another new one. Somebody had sent me the other day, and was curious if I could help them remove them. Honestly, though, I love camo, but Kobo frames they have posted on mkb.com are insane. Made me put away my camo for now. Yeah, so the Kale hot swaps are pretty common. Yeah, and maybe the mill maybe max mill sockets. That sounds right. If I saw a picture of it, I would know. I'll look it up here in a second for you. But as kind of to echo, I'm not really a fan of hot swap either, and I'll tell you why. So hot swap switches, and this is contrary to what I've heard about these max mill sockets, hot swap switches have a tendency of being loose and falling out of your keyboard, and so it can be difficult to have like a sturdy, solid, feeling board with hot swaps in them. The Kale sockets I've heard are better. The hole tight sockets are like the original ones that are kind of bad. And to be quite honest with you, I've not worked with anything except hole tights and the Kales. They're both kind of a pain in the butt to work with. I've got the proper tools for them, but you need to get a special desoldering tip for your vacuum if you have one of those, because they're actually a wider tip than the normal through holes. And heaven forbid you need to remove them, because a lot of times the switch tolerance on like the hole tights, for instance, it can be so tight to where it really causes an issue, and it's difficult to remove. Which I know sounds contrary, because I'm saying they're loose on one hand, but then hard to remove on the other. So, I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt. I know it sounds like I'm contradicting myself. In my experience with them, though, I've never enjoyed them. And I switched around between maybe a handful of switches, found out what I liked, and just stuck with it. And so I absolutely get the appeal, but yeah, they never were something that I wanted on my board. You should just go the big brain move of buying a full keyboard custom aftermarket to figure out if you like it. And if you do, fantastic. If you don't like it, then sell it again on aftermarket and buy another board with another set of switches, and just keep cycling out endgame builds until you find the switch you like. That's what I did. This hobby is generally, if you're following the rules of any economics and buying at a somewhat decent price, then you can always pretty much resell it for what you paid for, if not more. So I just need something that isn't this Razer. It's so loud. I need something not clicky. I don't want to spend a whole lot, though. I don't really want to spend over $100. It doesn't have to be anything super special. Any recommendations for a quiet 60% board under $100? $100 and less mark, you're going to be looking at like the Ann Pro. You're going to be looking at like the Ducky Mini, and those might even be pushing over $100 these days. I was actually talking about it the other day. $100 to $100 to $200 mark is actually a really difficult market that nobody's really tapping into right now. If we could find a vendor, and I don't think they exist at the moment, but if we could find a vendor that caters to that, I think they could like instantly go full-time professional in building making keyboards, because KBD Fans is the only brand that really comes to mind that's like a good transition between those like Corsair and Razer consumer boards and customs. And I'd say on average the KBD Fans board is going to be somewhere in that $150 to $200 range for just the case, and so the case, PCB, and plate. And so then when you get switches and keycaps on top of it, you're probably pushing closer to $300 at the end of the day. So hot swap on a test board feels okay? Question mark? Yeah, absolutely. So when I bought my M65 with the Kale hot swaps, I originally just wanted it for a tester board to figure out if, you know, and not only just a tester board, but also to kind of figure out if I, you know, what Vint Black springs I like, because I kind of narrowed my switch selection down to like vintage blacks at that point, and retooled blacks and, you know, linears. Yeah, KBD fans is great, but I would argue that there's a big threshold between $100 and $200, all in, mind you, where nobody's tapping. And so if somebody could find a way to manufacture something that's custom, yet maybe plastic, and fit into that range, I think that would really be a good way for people to transition. Like basically coming up with KBD fans' inventory, but switching up components and maybe saving a little bit of money in manufacturing, and then being able to throw in switches and keycaps, you know, or offer them and get you to a price point to where all in, you're in closer to the $200 range than you are all in with the $300 range. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, KBD fans is great though, as a transition to the nicer boards. So, but all that said, that's kind of like, man, it'd be awesome if we had it type deal. KDO, in this current world that we live in, I would check used, see if you can find something for a good deal on Mech Market. Sometimes people sell things for, you know, like less desirable boards for a lot less than you think. Like you can probably find, if you find someone selling a Mech 27, which is a fantastic TKL, you can probably find somebody selling one of those for like $350 to $400. And that would get you a very solid board, and something to, you know, that also is H87 or A87 compatible, that, you know, would be really nice to, you know, switch switches around in on and get extra PCBs if you wanted to, you know, build multiple plates and different layout options, you know. Yeah. I'm making the Dalco. My plan is to have an entry version that's professionally 3D printed at a low price. Super high-end stuff too, but the first plan was that. Yep, wood injection mold. But that's money. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, no, that's another good option. Yeah, they're certainly out there. You have to be a little bit more resilient, though, in your searches. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, every now and then I keep like popping the PCB up to keep pushing it down. I just want to make sure, again, I have good contact points between the PCB plate and all the switches. When am I going to show off the Keycult case? I can do that right now for you, Tom. Give me 2 seconds. Let me finish the Aero cluster and then I'll show it off. Last night, man, you got to be a time traveler. This is part 2. Part 1 was last night. I showed off the case for a good 20 minutes then. I had to figure out how to open everything up. Alright, hold on. Let me see here. Yeah, there you go, for just over 300. And again, that's putting you in the KBD fans market, because you can get a tofu or, you know, like any real layout there you can get, and then, you know, get keycaps and everything else for that $300 range. Yeah, so hold on. Here's the top, Tom. I've still got it on the foam top. So there's the top there. And then the back of it is right over here. Hold on a second. I aim to please. So there's a middle piece I'm not going to show you guys right now because there's nothing really too interesting to that. But here is the bottom of it. I'm gonna put the gloves on because it is a full sheet of brass on this baby. There's the bottom of it, Tom. And so it's like a full seamless, screwless hardware, everything, like no hardware visible on the bottom of this guy. It's pretty fancy. All right, back to it. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm really going to regret missing out on having purchased one of these, and I might even commission them. I reached out. The prices are just out of my budget right now, but yeah, look at this, Tom. So you can see where the gasket sits. Look how there's only a single right above my index finger. That is the only point in which the sitting point for the gasket is connected to the PCB. You see that little micro cutout right there in between it on both ends here? I can't wait to see what this sounds like. There's so many underrated keyboard builders on Twitch. It's crazy, such high quality streams. Oh, Katie, thanks so much, man. I appreciate that. Tell all your friends. Let's make it so instead of being infamous, I'm famous. Hey, I'll take that, Dale. Man, you guys are trying to make my week or what? Coming in late on a Friday, but what's going on? You guys trying to turn a crummy week around for me? I appreciate you guys. Oh, nice. That's what I'm talking about, Jerk Chicken. I would hope so. So you know what I should start doing that builders don't do anymore? Gon used to sign the PCBs he would build. I should start grabbing a Sharpie and just signing a little corner of the PCBs I build now. Like signed, you know, built by MaxF and then date it. Oh, did he really? I didn't know Tyler built. Dude, I love Moist Gun. Yo, take a look at this, Dale. You'll love this, man. Here you guys go. Here's the Moist Gun flex. Bam. Focus, camera, focus. Area 51 up in this piece. With the night eyes, the night sight. I love that sculpt. I love that sculpt, and the colorway is so good. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, gotta get it. So yeah, let me catch up here. Okay, then prove you appreciate my compliment and build me $100,000 keyboard. I think the closest we could get is an OTD CLS, and that I don't even think would be anywhere close to that. You would need to have multiple keyboards built for that price. Vint Browns are my jam, dude. Absolutely. I've got a Vint Brown board in the drawer right next to me here. Matter of fact, I might do a wanting to buy post right now. You maybe want to do a build with vintage browns. Here we go. I can help you pull the trigger on vintage browns right now. I don't have it in the TGR case right now, but here's some Vint Browns. Oh yeah. So these are Vint Browns on a PC half plate for the Jane. So, yeah. Yep, so these are Vint Browns with a OG die sub on them. Oh, and then I was going to ask, I completely forgot earlier. Let me keep soldering here because I have about 30-ish or so minutes before I might happen on stream with Integrated guys. I wanted to check was, let me see here. Warren, were you, oh no, was it Warren? Yeah, I think it was Warren. Warren, were you in chat, Warren? Because I wanted to show you the Blue Alps. I wanted to let you hear the Blue Alps if you were in chat. That's dope. All right, so hold on. Let me catch up here. Tyler's there. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, brother Mally. I appreciate that, dude. That's dope. Yeah, better than Matrix, TGR, etc. Dale, what's the last thing you said? Tyler's a killer build I had. Best build I ever had was a Phantom he made for me. I don't know if I've ever seen the Phantom. Can you link me what that looks like? And then, yeah, he barely makes aliens, which is lame. I don't have one. I've been his friend since day one. We registered on Geek Hack the same day. Yeah, Tyler's a local dude. He and I are both in the DC area. Yeah, I've got two. I've got the one that's also made with sunflower, as, you know, something petals maybe. I don't know. The yellow one. He actually, here, I'll show you. He actually took sunflowers and. For that guy right there. He took sunflowers and that's how he made that color. And so he was like, so if you know anyone that's like allergic, don't give it to him, or do, depending upon if you like him or not. I'm like, yep, I'm gonna find someone who's allergic to a sunflower and I'm gonna give that cap to him as a gift. Yeah. Would it be pollen? Because I mean, I'm allergic to pollen, but I have no issue with that cap. I just thought it was funny that he put like an allergen like warning into that buy. It was funny. Phantom is a drop in Philco replacement actually, so a Philco style drop in that I put into text case from nkb.com. Interesting. Nice, what about that? So tell me if you feel the same as me here, Max. Vint Browns individually feel almost the same as new stock retools, but all together on a board have this weird springy floating feel. It is much different than you would assume. I've had others tell me the same, but maybe I'm crazy. No, I don't think you're crazy, man. I mean, yeah, Vint Browns definitely make you feel like you're typing on clouds. Yeah, and especially on like a nice flexible PCB and plate. Yeah, you want flex in that thing. Yeah, I agree. It definitely is a troll with the allergies, you know, add in there, but I thought it was still funny that he threw that in. Yeah, Vint Browns are nice. It's, you know, kind of closest thing to a linear that you'll find in a tactile, if that makes sense. It's definitely a good feeling tactile. It's relaxed. That's my best way of explaining vintage Browns. If you, like me, have kind of over time realized that tactiles just kind of make your fingers feel a little fatigued after a while, Vint Browns are the way to go if you like tactiles still. Either that or like a really light spring and an ergo clear, like either a Cherry MX Gray tactile or a or one of the MX Clear switches. Spring swap that thing with like a light 55 or no, the sweet spot for the Ergo Clear, I think if I remember correctly, was like a 60 gram. I haven't done one of those in a long time, but yeah, the Ergo Clear is nice too. I was actually thinking about an Ergo Clear the other day. I have a whole bag of them, but this 910 was actually originally built with Ergo Clears. I have to defend Browns literally daily on Geek Hack, but I never tried. But I'm never tired when I do, because I'm using Browns. That's right. 62 gram is my Goldilocks in all switches. Yep, I hear you, man. That is the same for me. I have a bag of 62 gram Cat Weiwei springs in my desk drawer, and that is like my personal stock because she doesn't make them anymore. And those are my favorite spring. Although I do really like the new Gateron Yellow springs. Quite nice. Not new. Gateron Yellow springs have been around for forever. Gateron Yellows are nice though, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, so I'm gonna be kind of confused here at the start of Inebriated. I think I'm gonna be hopping into voice chat with Chad and Shiny and the other guys here in a minute. And I will be on their stream. I think I can only share one of my cameras with them, and so I'll probably just share my webcam with them. I'd be curious, I might be able to, if my PC allows it, which it should, I might be able to continue streaming on this camera and the camera over there, and continue streaming my stream as I'm on Inebriated as well. Oh, no Shiny tonight. I gotcha. Yes, it's Chad, and Chad said he has like a whole crew rolling, so we're gonna have a party. So yeah, I might continue this stream here for Yuri, this build, and tell him about one drink in, but after one drink I'll probably call it, because I don't want to be streaming this dude's board as I'm getting drunk. Not that I plan on getting too drunk, but who knows? We'll see what Chad can kind of get me to do. But just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that as we roll into that hour. Get wasted and destroy your board. You break it, you buy it. So yeah, so anyways, KDO, I hope that answers your question. I know that's kind of all over the place here, man. We went from talking originally about hot swaps to everything under the sun, but yeah. Long story short, not a big fan of hot swaps. You get a lot more advantages just by soldering the switches in and committing. Commit to a switch. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna put in my gasket build. I've got a red aluminum half plate on a silver poker gasket coming in as soon as Weston starts getting through manufacturing. So I've definitely got time to decide. I was kind of thinking, so naturally I wanted to go instantly, which is my knee-jerk reaction, which is put blacks in it. But I was kind of thinking about trying some creams. People keep asking me about the comparison of creams to like the bum wipes, the UHM WPEs, and they keep asking me about like the comparison of them to tangerines, and I feel like a bum. I keep having to say I don't know, and I feel like creams and those alpaca switches are like the hottest switch on the market right now. So what do you guys think? Chat, tell me, what's the difference? Who's tried both the creams and the UHM WPE stems? And then I haven't even looked into it. I'm assuming alpacas are a linear switch. For all I know, alpacas could be tactile. I was MIA for 6 months, so I haven't tried any of the new ones. Yeah, man, I hear you, Dale. I haven't been MIA, but man, oh man, I tell you, I'm boring when it comes to switches. I'm super boring. I don't want to speak for Bioth Molly, but I would assume yes. So Dale, are you able to share with me what was the? Can you kind of give me a little bit of the history of how Daleco came to be? Is that a partnership that you actually have with, what is it, Magis? Is Magis Touch the manufacturer, or is it actually Philco? Or is that something you just decided to go in production with? And I'm guessing at this point. I'd love to hear it straight from the source. How did that project come to be? personally, gasket is way more for sound than feel, in my opinion. Absolutely. Way more for sound. Absolutely, 100%. If not entirely for sound, if you ask me. So Dale, this is going to sound a little bit different. My TGR 910 is it's my linered mount build. So I actually have a Sorbothane liner underneath this thing. If you notice here, that flexes quite a lot. Really look at the artisan keys. You can see it flexing a lot more there. There's no top mount screws in this at all. So this is all just liner mounted. And that one, the top row. Top row on that sounds so good. Yeah, so this is an aluminum plate with that liner underneath the PCB. So I never actually plugged in any of the top mount screws on that guy. So yeah, definitely a good sound for sure on that one as well. All right, so let me see here. I'm gonna have to go to the Keycult link here real quick. I'm going to need to, since I can't copy paste, going to grab that. Oh Jesus, I just opened up a bunch of PowerShell windows. Copy. Let's take a look at this guy. See if I've seen this. Oh wait, nope. Let's see here. The Prophet. Okay. Oh, kind of like a Bauer mount. So what are they calling that? Is that like a pseudo sandwich mount? Is that like a burger mount gasket or something? Or how does that actually work? Link to sound test too. Ooh, nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out here in a minute. I am not gonna click that quite yet because I believe I'm about to get a phone call here. And I've only got about a row left on this. So we are going to get to just about the end of soldering this build before I have to start drinking uninebriated. So how's that for perfect timing? It's stabilized with pins. It's weird. Haven't seen Bauer though. Girlfriend calling. Kind of halfway. All right, Dale. I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Yeah, the Bauer. Am I right? The Bauer is pretty close to that link that Dale just sent. I believe the case, the top portion of the case, kind of wraps around the sides and then screws into the bottom, and you have close to a seamless side, if not a completely seamless side, if I'm remembering correctly, on the Bauer. I've not seen that board in person though. I'm talking about the Dixie Mac Bauer, if you guys are unfamiliar. I know Nathan Keene has done a couple of those streams. I don't know if anyone else has. We are looking good, Yuri. I hope you're still here, buddy. We're getting close to starting to line up the tolerances on the case, make sure the gasket's lining up. And about to start screwing everything down here in a moment. Doing the last row. It's the final countdown, fam. Oh, I say that, and you know what? I've got to swap a switch out here. I got clipped by one of these switches. One of the pins didn't make it. Yep, one of our pins got bent just a little bit. Go ahead and show this guy a little bit of loving, bend him right back up. There we go. That's looking better. It's legit ASMR. Alright, nice. I'm gonna have to listen to that for sure. I love that people are still trying new mounting systems. Man, a pin mount system with this board? Man, I'm curious. I need to look more at the cutaways. There was a GIF on that group Keycult page. I'll definitely need to go back on that and check that out and see what that mounting system looks like. It looks really unique. It's like something nobody's done before. I was talking to another user earlier today who is working with a couple of other creators in the community to design a new mounting system as well, and I just heard about it today. I don't want to share the details and step on their toes or anything, but man, it's cool to see the innovation still occurring. We're still right at the early inception phases of this hobby. I mean, every time I feel like I'm getting kind of old in the hobby and that I've seen, you know, all the systems people do. I mean, from my low-level engineering perspective, I'm like, man, what more can you do? What other ways could you mount it? And people keep thinking of crazy ideas. It's cool. All right, there was the last switch. I believe we're all good here. I'm just gonna search real quick and just inspect my work, make sure all of my joints look good. I look for nice pyramids on every single one of my joints. I have a tendency when I'm chatting to do too little solder, and so I'm going to go back and just make sure all of these look good. This looks okay, but could use just another little dab, another little touch. Pretty close to good, but could use just another little touch. Sweet, that looks good from a visual inspection. We're gonna go ahead and plug this in, guys, and test it and make sure that everything is all set. Hey, Biothermally, peacing out. Thank you so much. Good luck and have fun with Inkebreated. Thank you again, man. I appreciate you. Have a lovely evening and weekend yourself. Enjoy your night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, and thanks again for the follow too. I appreciate that. Alrighty. Oh, rip. Man, I should have put this on the plate here. I just kind of crushed my. Put it on my cutting board. I mean, I kind of just crushed a little bit of my desk, not this. Goodness gracious, I don't know how that came through. Okay, hold on one second, guys. Oh, here we go. Hold on one second here. Oh, is it gonna work? I don't know if I'll be working here. Let me see here, guys. Hold on. Hold on one second, guys. We're joining up. Give me just a second here. We're joining up in Inkebreated. Hey, what's up, guys? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, but he said anything. I don't know if he's talking about it.
Oh my goodness.
I need to be a cool kid.
Hold on. How do I change my video source,
Okay.
guys?
Like, you think anybody will notice that I'm holding my microphone?
Nah, you're fine. Looks totally legit.
Hold on, guys.
Stay like that the whole time.
That's gonna get tiring though, right?
Oh, here we go.
But my arm's gonna be jacked. I guess.
Okay.
I guess I'll be the resident toomer. I gotta pull my hair back like Shiny.
Voice and video settings. Here we go. Okay, that should be good there.
Fuck them.
Okay, hold on, guys.
Yeah, I've never gone to the international market.
Because I think Streamlabs is using my microphone and my video, I might need to peace out on stream here, guys. Hold on, let me see here. You know what I can do? Hold on, I have a brilliant idea. Let me go ahead and disconnect this. I'm going to remove the A7R3. And then I'm going to see in here.
He's got the Coomer virus.
See if I can add this. Oh, hold up. We're going to quit Discord. Now that I took that camera away, we're going to take off Discord, add it back, and join the call again. Let's see what we got.
Shiny may be coming.
You know, we need to get the hottest artisan in the game in this.
Well, I already asked Deathcaps. He's
Nah, man, this
What about
guy.
Frank?
This guy.
What about Prime Cast?
I didn't ask Frank and Lee. I did ask Hipster Punks. He said he's down to come.
What about Oh No?
Not tonight. Oh no, I don't care about. I'm just kidding. He didn't. He said no.
Yikes.
Okay, here's the game plan. Chat, I am going to go ahead and host Inebriated.
Hey, that's me.
I am going to continue the stream on Inebriated for the evening. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Because my Streamlabs is interfering with my Discord chat for some reason. I think since it's using it as a source in here, it's not allowing me to add it as a source in Discord. And I'm sure there's a way to technically fix that, but for right now, I'm not going to worry about mirroring it, and we will just roll with that. So you guys can switch on over to twitch.tv/Inebriated.
What if you just turned down all the way?
Inebriated. And I will be hosting them as soon as we're live. And we will be having some fun over there. So thanks again for tuning in tonight, guys. If you followed or subscribed, I appreciate and love you all. If you don't, head on over to Inebriated. Have a fantastic weekend. And I will see you guys next week.